And any students that are virtual are taking their finals virtually. Did you hear that, Lily?
Oh,
So
no.
your finals will be virtual. They'll be, you
Oh,
will
no.
take them from home. Okay, guys, girls, I need you to listen. So we're going to talk about what a debate rebuttal is. Okay? Debate rebuttals do two things. They are counter arguments, meaning arguments that tear down the other side. Kayla, what I'm going to tell you. Thank you. And they are also a chance to refute whatever the other side has said against you. Okay? Are you listening? So in rebuttals, you need to rebuild your case by, one, tearing down the other side's case, and two, refuting any arguments they have against you. So again, you have to find evidence. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you are doing a debate that Pepsi is a better soft drink than Coke, or a more popular soft drink than Coke. And one of your arguments is that more people like to drink it. Okay? And the evidence is there's a survey from 2011 that says that Pepsi is the more popular drink. Are you listening to me? Okay? And if you're the affirmative side and you're arguing that Pepsi is better and you use that, look, in a 2011 survey, it was found that Pepsi is a better drink than Coke because more people, 87% of the people surveyed prefer Pepsi. Okay? Now, if you are the other side, you could look at that argument. There are two things you might be able to do. You might have found a more recent survey, like maybe from 2018, that showed Coke as the more popular drink. And so you would pull out that piece of evidence and say, your survey may have been from 2011. However, there is a later survey from 2018 that shows that Coke is actually more popular now. So maybe Pepsi was in 2011, but it is no longer the most popular drink according to this survey. But if you cannot find evidence like that, the other thing you might be able to do is you've looked at this evidence about Pepsi. You're aware that there was a survey. However, you could possibly argue, you could look at the survey and say, look, this survey was conducted by the Pepsi company. And so it's going to be surveyed among people who are Pepsi product drinkers more than it is people who, so you could say that the survey is biased because it was more likely to be put out, because it was put out by the Pepsi Corporation, then you can question the validity of the survey. You can say, look, this is a biased survey. It was put out by the Pepsi Corporation itself. Of course, it's going to say that Pepsi was the more popular drink. It was more likely to be questioning people who are Pepsi drinkers than it is people who are Coke drinkers, okay? So that's another way you could refute their argument. Now, I was making things up right there for you. You cannot make things up. You have to actually find evidence. Here's what you have to do in order to prepare for a rebuttal. I have this is for you. Well, that's not up there, but I do have, it says debate rebuttals. It asks you to think of, I want you to look at the other side. What are three arguments that the other side is probably going to make for their case? And then you're going to list those. And then you're going to tell me, you're going to find a piece of evidence or something to counter that argument. Do you understand what I mean? Like what I said with the Pepsi. Maybe there's a later survey that shows the opposite, or the survey was biased because it was put out by the Pepsi company. Okay? So that's the kind of thing you need to look for. So you have to list three arguments. You're going to have to look at the other side. Okay, here's what they're probably going to say. Here are three things they're probably going to argue for their side. But here are the things that I can say against it to counter those arguments. Do we understand that? Okay, this is what I want you to do today. You should have, I gave you a couple of days to work on finding arguments and evidence for your side. Now I want you to look at arguments the other side might come up with, and how do you counter them? How do you argue against them? All right? And it says debate rebuttals. That's what you need to open. Your instructions are there. Questions? No? Okay. I am going to let this go or stop this recording. Okay, I cannot